Hi, this is Logan from 505 Games. I'm the community manager there. I'm here to show you Terraria. Terraria is a sandbox 2D world where you explore different environments, craft different items, and combat hundreds of enemies and several different worlds to choose from. So basically here I'm going to show you the tutorial phase. This tutorial was developed for this console version. Terraria was a PC game that you were dropped into a world, and it was up to the user very much to find out how to play. So here in the tutorial we're basically create a world, and it sets up just a generic character. The character that gets created for this tutorial, when you start a new world with your new character, you can customize it completely. You can pick the gender, hair color, clothes, everything like that. For this tutorial phase, it's not necessarily relevant, so we're just going to go in there and show you how to use the basic controls, how to navigate menus, how to create shelters, and how to just do some general crafting. So here you are. This is just the general environment. You can see on the top left there, you get the basic tools. We have a sword and a pickaxe and a normal wood axe. On the bottom there, it's going to give you some text on how to walk through certain things. And basically, it's going to go over the new controls. The controls here are designed for the console because the PC version was designed for the mouse and the keyboard. So one of the main focuses that we had when we're developing this console version was how to basically redesign all of the controls to best serve the player. And so here we're going to use the left stick to move around, and we're on a platform right here. So we're going to jump on the platform, and it's telling me I can push down on the left stick to drop. So it's very intuitive on how you want to move the character. So we're going to jump out, and you can drop back down and do whatever you want. And once you're up there, it's going to tell you you can use the right trigger to use any of the items that you have in your inventory that's up there on the screen. And since I've got the pickaxe selected, I'm just going to push the right trigger, and it shows you that the pickaxe is moving. The main difference here between the PC and the console versions, the PC, it was one click per swipe, like, you know, each individual click was one. So here in the console, I'm going to hold down the trigger, and it's just going to go constantly. It makes it a lot easier to dig, to chop down some trees, and it makes it a little bit easier to navigate around. We're going to use the right stick, so basically you can see this is new. That white circle is basically autopilot for this digging mode. In the PC version, it was strictly manual. You use the mouse to select certain items that you want to chop down or dig into, and it gets very difficult when you're using a console controller. So what we have is there's a couple different modes, and we'll get into that possibly later. There's automatic, and then there's a manual mode. And this right here is the automatic mode. So using the right stick, I'm just going to move it around, and you can see that the computer is basically picking the closest cells that are relevant to this specific item. So it's a pickaxe, so it's going to be selecting, you know, dirt to chop, some stone that I can cut down. And at the bottom there, it's saying I can use the bumpers to select different items. So here I'm using the pickaxe. I can, you know, get a stone block from there. I can switch to my copper axe, and I can swing the copper axe. And just the bumpers are used to navigate this different this inventory bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to our sword, and it's going to spawn one enemy. It's going to be the little gel guy. So it's going to be green slime. I'm just going to use my sword. It's going to fight back. And once you kill it, you can see that's also new. It has a health bar on the bottom telling you the status of that character's health. That wasn't necessarily in the PC version. So with that, you can see that I absorbed the gel. I got some coins from that kill. Basically, it will show up in the inventory in a second when we go through this tutorial. If you get hurt, you can see on the top there, my heart went down about a quarter there. The difference between the PC version and this one is it kind of got harder to see the heart because it would fade out as you were wounded. We specifically took chunks out this time, so you can see it based on different environments, whether it's a tree or the skies or these floating islands. So I'm fully healed here. So we killed the slime, it gave us some gel, and we're going to need some wood so we can build a torch. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop down a tree. So we're just going to go to this copper pickaxe, and we're just going to go walk over to this tree. And you're going to see it automatically highlighted, the base of the tree. That feature wasn't in the PC version. This is fully from the automatic feature of the controls. So since it automatically selected it, I've got my axe selected. I'm just going to hold down the trigger, and it's going to slowly chop it, and then it's going to explode into pieces of wood. So I've got tons of wood, I've got acorns. You know, you're going to get different ingredients and different components from different items that you consume. And those items can go towards many different things. So I got two very basic ingredients. I got wood and I got acorns. And you can see them up here on the top. There's wood and there's acorns there. Big thing here is in the inventory bar on the top, we added that yellow backing. It just makes it so it pops. It makes it a little bit easier to see. And so that's basically it for just the intro to this tutorial. The tutorial goes on a lot further. You can use the wood to select and basically build floors and build walls, and you use the wood to craft certain items. So here in the inventory, there's inventory where there's all these different slots. There's coins on the top. There's housing. There's items that you wear, and then there's items that you can craft. And so, without going all the way into the tutorial, it goes on for a little while. You can basically learn all the basic features and all the basic moves that you need to know in order to play the game.